Hello, everyone. I think it's appropriate and fundamental that this becomes the first post I make because if you understand who God is, or at least try to understand a bit more who He is, since we can't fully comprehend who He is in our humanly form, it will be much easier, and above all, logic to understand a lot of things written in the Bible. It will get so logic that you will be amazed. Note that this is only my interpretations and realizations. Let's begin. So who or how is God, if you will? God doesn't have a body like we do. And for anyone who says that God made us in His image, yes, but He was not referring to the bodily image. Humans are literal. We read, so God created mankind in His own image, and think, then God must have a body because we have a body. No, He made us in His spiritual likeness. Also in the likeness of moral, ethics, intelligence, dominion. He also made us eternal, as He is eternal. We are literally a part of Him. We are His sons and daughters, His children. Like a human son or daughter is genetically, via DNA, a part of the father and mother. But instead of genes or DNA, we are speaking spirit. This is what likeness means. He was referring to our spirit's likeness to His. Our spirit is in His image, since He is a spirit and many other things at once, which I will explain later. Also, and this may be a bit complex for everyone to understand and comprehend, but I will try to make it as easy as possible. God is both pure energy, vibration, wave, and frequency, amongst other things, but let us first focus on those. Think about it, and you will realize how it can be true. In John 1:1 it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." Now replace the word God with any or all of the words energy, vibration, wave, and frequency, and you will get the following. In the beginning was the energy, vibration, wave, and frequency. And the energy, vibration, wave, and frequency was with God, and the energy, vibration, wave, and frequency was God. Wait a minute, isn't that just awesome and much more logic? Yes, it's now much more logic. God is formless. This is why it literally says in John 4:24, God is spirit, and His worshipers must worship in the Spirit and in truth. This passage emphasizes that God's nature is spiritual, rather than physical or material. And He are therefore not confined to a physical body like we humans would like to believe. I hope you are now a step closer in knowing who God is. Let's have a sneak peek on what my next post is about. Because God is formless, He can be everywhere at once, so-called omnipresent, and transcendent. Humans think, but how can anyone be at several places at once, even less everywhere at once? Impossible. Yes, impossible in human form. And because humans think of God as being in human form with a body, 2 hands and 2 feet, it's unbelievable for us to imagine that He can be omnipresent. We just accept what we learn as Christians, and we learn that He is omnipresent, so be it. But we never really think about it. It's exactly like a Wi-Fi signal is in the whole room. Not just in the corner in the room, it's even outside the room, through the walls and in the whole residence. But it's only one Wi-Fi signal. This is how God can be omnipresent. I hope you understood it easier with this analogy or metaphor of a Wi-Fi signal. But because we humans are so ignorant and simple-minded, we can't comprehend something like this while we see God in a human-like form, which of course cannot be everywhere at once. We then think that an omnipresent God is an absurd idea. In the next post, I'll go further into how this can be true and how it correlates to a lot of things that the Bible writes and tells us about. I will also dive further into counter-arguments that some of us could have about what I just told you. Next post will be up soon with the answers. Stay tuned, and thank you for listening.